To everybody on YouTube. So I'm with Storm right now, and she sleep, but I told y'all we just can't get enough of each other. So yeah, I gotta tell y'all something though. She was telling me how she was trying to get the ring or whatever, cause she asked me on the phone, will I marry her or whatever, and I told her yeah. So so she was like, all right, she was like, David, let me tell you something. Like, I really gotta tell you this story. I'm like, what? She was like, all right. She was like, tell me why. She was like, tell me why we was out like shopping and stuff for like clothes and underwears, and like my mom was getting me some like more pads or maxi pads. But even though I'm not really on my fucking period or whatever, right? So I'm like, okay. So we was like already seeing each other, already came and got a hotel room. So she was telling me face to face what was going on, but she was sitting on my lap. She's like, David, I got a ring, but it's not the ring I wanted. So and it's a girl ring, David. And the reason why I got a girl ring, let me just tell you. So we in like, when you go in Target, you got like the jewelry part, and then it's like all the other shit. Like it's like a warehouse, right? I'm like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've been in Target before. So she like, okay, so we go in Target, and my mom got a cart and I got my own cart. That's how we do things. Like she get her own cart and I get my own cart. So she going off and she shopping and doing her thing, and then I go off and I start doing my thing. So I go off and venture off and I go to the jewelry spot. So I'm going to the jewelry spot and I'm asking like the person over the counter, like, okay, so where's the men's rings at? So the lady is showing me like the men's rings, and my mom she walks up behind me, and she's like, what you need a men's ring for? So I was like, I just wanted to see, a man's ring. Maybe I want to get the ring for my brother. So she was like, your brother really doesn't like rings. So why would you get him a ring if he doesn't wear rings? What you need the ring for? So I was like, I just wanted to look at the rings. So she's like, okay, if you're trying to get a ring, don't you think you should get a ring that's fit for a girl? Where your girl rings at? And not the high ones. So my mother straight up took out. She straight up took over the whole thing. Like she was taking over the whole thing. So I'm sitting there like, okay, like this is what I mean. I'm trying to get this, not you. So I'm like, damn. So I'm like, I don't even want the damn ring no more. So I ain't get the ring, right? So we went to Walmart. And Walmart got the same shit. I'm like, right. So we go to Walmart. I ditch my mom. I'm like, Mom, I got everything I needed in Target, but my mom needed to get some stuff out of Walmart. So I ditch my mom, and I'm like, all right, she not gonna find me. So, cause it's like in this Walmart is two jewelry. It's two jewelry spots. It's one like soon as you come in, and it's one like further like in the middle of everything. But it was like deep in the middle where I thought my mother couldn't find me and shit. So I go to that one, and I'm talking to the jeweler, and it's another fucking girl. So I'm like, do y'all have any men's rings? And she's like, yeah, sure, we have them right here. And she's showing me. I'm like, oh, this is really nice. I'm like, my. So I was about to say my man, right? But my mom, I felt my mother behind me. Like I felt her breath, like all over my neck. I felt that shit. So I was about to say my man, like his finger is real small. So I was about to say that. But I turned around and my mother was like looking at me, and it was funny as shit. So she was looking at me, she was like, why you keep coming to these jeweler spots? Why do you keep asking for rings? What do you need a ring so bad for? So I was like, I'm just looking at rings. She's like, why do you need a ring? So I'm like, Mom, I just wanted a ring. So she's like, okay, if you want a ring, why do you keep asking for a men's ring? What are you trying to say? Are you trying to send me a message? So I'm like, no, I'm not trying to send you any message. I was like, what are you trying to say? Are you trying to tell your mother that you have a boyfriend? So I was like, Mom, How am I gonna find time to get a boyfriend? All I was asking for was the rings. So she's like, okay, if you don't have no lover to buy a ring for, and if you had a lover, you wouldn't have it for long, because I'm gonna tell you that you're gonna have to dump him because you ain't ready for a boyfriend. So I was like, Mom, I don't have a boyfriend. So she's like, mm-hmm. So this is where the shit get funny. So she's looking at me, right? She's like, your attitude is a little bit too disrespectful. I'm seeing your posture. I'm seeing the way you standing. You having sex? So I'm like, what? No. So she like, you asking for a ring. It's all making sense now. I'm like, Mom, what are you talking about? All I did was ask for a ring. I didn't even think I would get to third degree. So she's like, so why you want a man's ring so bad? So I'm like, maybe I wanted to get somebody in my family a ring. She was like who? Like who? Like your brother? Because that was the same excuse you gave me in Target. So which family member that's a male that you try and get a ring for? Like who? So I'm like, you know what, Mom? I don't even want a ring no more. She's like, no, you want a ring? Get it. So I'm like, Mom, I don't want a ring anymore. She's like, get the ring. So I'm like, Mom, forget it. So we in the car, right? And she like, I've been noticing how you've been walking in Target and in Walmart, and you've been walking a little bit strange. Your hips been shaking a little bit too hard. So you having sex? Who you having sex with? So I'm like, Mom. She's like, so that's why you don't want to come back to the room? So I'm like, Mommy, what are you talking about? The only thing that I did was ask for a ring. I don't know where you getting all this stuff from. So she's like, yeah, I'm getting all this stuff from your actions, from the way you're acting, and the way you're talking, and how you keep sneaking off to a ring spot to ask for a men's ring. The only reason why you would do that is if you were dating somebody. So she's like, Mom, who am I dating? And how do I have time to date somebody? I mean, really, come on, be honest. You think I have time to do that? Like, Mom, we in different states every day, mostly. So she like, this is the longest that we stayed in one state. So she like, yeah, okay, I better not find out that you having sex. I should just take you to the clinic and find out that way. So I'm like, Mom, you don't have to do that because I'm not doing anything. You are jumping to conclusions. You don't even know what you're talking about. She like, mm-hmm, So she's shaking her head. She like, I really can't call it. I really can't call it if you having sex or not, but the signs are there. The signs are all there. So I'm like, Mom, I am not doing anything. And I just wanted to look at the rings. She's like, so what you want, the window shop? You could have did that online. So I'm like, she's like, you wasting that poor lady's time if you wasn't really gonna buy anything. So I was like, I was gonna buy some. She's like, you just said you just wanted to look. So which one was it? Was you gonna get something or was you just looking? So I was like, I was looking and I was gonna get something. She was like, so you should have said that. You said you was just looking. So which one was it? So I'm like, I was gonna get something and I was looking. I mean, that's what you do when you shop. So my mother like, you know what? You playing something. You playing some games with me and you trying to make me feel it look stupid, like I don't know what I'm talking about. But I know something going on and you ain't telling me. So I'm like, Mom, I'm not doing anything. So that's when my stupid dumbass cousin calls my mother up. So she calls my mother up and I'm like, please don't say anything about what we talked about on the phone. Please. I'm like on the phone scared as shit because like she called my mother up. She didn't call me. She called my mother. So I'm sitting there scared as shit. So I'm like, oh my God, she gonna run her damn mouth. She gonna tell her that I called her up talking about a situation about a boy. So she kind of like was talking to my mother saying you need to talk to Storm. Storm been acting a little bit funny, and my mother was like, I was just saying the same thing. She right here in the car, right here, sitting in the passenger seat. I was just saying the same thing. She keeps sneaking off, asking for a ring. So my cousin like, oh, she have, huh? Okay, well, I'll let you talk to your daughter. I think she has a lot to tell you. So she gets off the phone with my damn stupid cousin. And my mother like, so what do you have to tell me, Storm? So I'm like, I don't have to tell you anything. You know how she like to start stuff. That girl don't even have a life. That's why you need to stop talking to her. So I'm like, oh, well, I mean, so did she find out it was you having sex? She like, no, she didn't find out nothing. I mean, she suspects it, but she didn't find out shit. And my cousin is dead to me. She really is. She tried to out me. So I'm like, she just like, David, this ring, I ain't get it from a store or nothing, but it's like an old ring from when I was like 8 years old, David. I'm like, I mean, no, it's cool. She's like, so you don't want to take it? I'm like, it's cool. It's like, David, well, can you at least take it and then I'll get something else? Because I mean, I couldn't get anything because my mom was really fucking over top of me. So I'm like, it's okay, I understand it. She's like, no, because I'm really mad and I was crying. Because she thought I was crying because of what she was saying. No, I was crying because I didn't get the fucking ring and I wasn't successful in this shit. And I was crying because I wanted to really give it to you today and I couldn't. And I was really mad about that. That's why I was crying. She thought she was making me cry. No, I was crying about me not getting the ring. And she thought it was because of what she was saying to me. And I was looking at my mother like she really thinks she's making me cry. So I was like really upset about that. And we went to two spots, and then we went to the mall. But you know, in the mall, the like the ring spots is like right in front of your fucking face. So I'm like, yeah. She's like, I couldn't go. She like I couldn't go to that because like it was right there. You know, like them damn things. They not even real fucking damn like jewelry spots. But they have a jewelry spot, but they for like grown ups. You gotta have like an ID or some shit to buy from them. And I got an ID, but you gotta have a lot of shit like to get that type of jewelry because they just can't sell it to a fucking minor. And your mother got a co-sign for you and shit. And it's like, no, because if I ask my mother for it, she gonna be like, why didn't you just get the fucking ring that was at Target or Walmart when you had a chance? Like she's gonna really fuss me out. So I'm like, never mind, because I asked them. And they was like, are you with somebody? Are you with a grown up? And I was like, yeah, I'm with my mom. And they was like, well, you need to get her so she can co-sign for you if you really want to get this ring. And I was like, never mind. And I was like, forget it. I don't even want it. I was so mad. I'm like, this is so fucked up. So I'm like, well, it's like it is. It's like, so all I remember is Demi keep calling me. So Demi calls me up, and I'm like, yeah. So like, where you at, David? And so I'm like, she's like, you with Storm. You know what? I'm gonna tell your fucking wife. She needs to know. I'm like, tell her what? She's like, did you cheating on her? I'm like, look, I am not doing anything. She's like, yes, you are. She's like, I ain't even gonna tell her. I'm not gonna tell her. You know what? She deserves it anyway, because she was a fucking damn bitch with all of her boyfriends. So she deserves what the fuck you doing to her. It's not like she's a good bitch anyway. So, I mean, if you want to cheat on your wife, then do what you gotta do, because that's gonna make you come back to me more anyway. So, and that little minor ass bitch, you gonna get tired of fucking her. You just happy right now because you got some young pussy. But go ahead and get as much as you want out of that bitch. Once you done with her, you'll be back to me. I ain't even gonna say shit. So I had her on speakerphone. She's like, I ain't gonna say shit. But she is a fucking young bitch, and you know that. She got asked her mother for everything and anything. She can't really do shit on her own. What can she do? I'm like, look, I ain't even worried about that girl. She's like, if you ain't worried about her, why you around her? And why you about to fuck her? Because I know you are. So I'm like, I ain't doing nothing with her. You accusing me of something I ain't doing. She's like, I don't need to accuse you when I know that shit is true. So I'm like, all right, Demi. She's like, She's like, you so fucking. She's like, I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna definitely see you. So I'm like, I know. Because I got to see her on a movie set, like in a few hours. So I'm about to see her, and I know she's gonna be digging in my ass when I see her. So that's when Storm was like, "That girl need to go to fuck here somewhere." And yeah, I mean, yeah, she right. We is about to fuck. We about to fuck a lot. But so what? She mad because she ain't gonna be able to get it the way I'm about to get it. I hate hating ass bitches. I'm like, She's like, David, I'm gonna get you a ring. That's gonna be my mission. I'm gonna get it. My stupid mother fucked the whole thing up, but I'm gonna get it, David. I'm like, it's cool. She's like, no, I'm gonna get it. I'm like, you sure? She's like, I'm definitely getting you a ring. It's gonna happen. One way or another, I'm getting that shit. I'm like, okay. She's like, oh. Yeah, she was mad about that. I was kind of, it was funny the way she was saying it because she was making her mother face expressions. It was funny as shit, though. I ain't gonna lie. So, yeah.